of miss this place, but we gotta go.
Don't hurt your fingers.
The bluest I think we've ever sailed in. Well,
yo, Shelly, hit us with a number that is real high. We're still in Santa Barbara.
yeah, having a blast though.
All right.
Having fun. Don't say it negatively. Hey, we're still in Santa Barbara.
Hey, we're in Santa Barbara.
All right, so on another episode of I Have an Idea, let's spend a lot of money.
If you remember those videos of us raising and lowering the dinghy, it's a real pain because every single time we get to a new anchorage, we have to walk Pino immediately. We've been using the SUPs, which isn't ideal. We want to use our dinghy, so we want to have easy access to lower and raise the dinghy. It literally takes an hour.
It's a thing.
It's a whole thing.
It's a...
We're gonna get dinghy davits.
Yeah, and I was against these at first because I always saw dinghy davits and they're in that way. We have a sugar scoop, which means when we sit in the back of our boat, I didn't want to look at these things. But then Leah showed me these really nice arches by this company called
Atlantic Towers.
Atlantic Towers, and the product is called Tower in a Box, which you send dimensions, or they have some, which we're going to do right now. And they have some prefabricated, and you kind of install them, and there's a little bit of assembly, but for the most part, they're pre-made, and they ship to you.
So we're gonna call this company,
yeah,
talk to them, see what timeline is for actually getting stuff ordered, and ideally we're gonna get them shipped to San Diego because that's going to be our next long stop before we head to Mexico. Get a slip in the marina, probably like Shelter Island for a few nights.
These things are big.
Yeah.
They're made of aluminum, so they're not like heavy, but we will need
They're just big.
Yeah, and we'll have to drill stuff. And
we don't want to risk dropping something in the water. Yeah. Even though you can't do that in the marina.
But can you imagine traveling with that box in the dinghy? Let's make some calls, see what we need to make sure.
Yeah, so they also have this arch. It's around probably going to be $2,000. And then they also have a dinghy davit accessory, and it's $1,799.
So,
yeah, it might be more than $2,000.
Yeah. This project actually knocks out a few things. Easier moving of our dinghy and outboard. With this, we can have more solar panels.
I think it like doubles as a pull-up bar, so.
Yeah, actually, seriously. Sorry, I got really...
So we got to measuring and getting all of the numbers that Atlantic Towers needed to match us with the right solar arch. This is really hard. This is, you know, when you got curved surfaces, the boat's moving, and we're working on something that, you know, will involve you drilling into the boat. Things get a little iffy. Oh, and look, my little assistant is here. Is this what you want? Sit. There you go. Treat yourself. Bye.
Like, we're gonna cant like this, and she needs to know
how much to...
This is the hard thing about measuring on boats. Nothing's flat. Even this... Well...
Yo, Shelly, hit us with a number that is real high. I thought she was gonna give us a discount.
She did 15%. So we're looking at an arch, and then the davit system for the outboard and dinghy, and solar panel mounts. Wow, yeah. We are rocking. And our total is $5,400.
Which includes freight, right?
Yeah, I think so. So we have to do a measurement again of the model they recommended and make sure it's actually gonna fit. They're very casual with this because they're just like, oh, yeah, it'll fit.
So actually, buying this dinghy davit set has been the easiest part of the whole thing.
Yeah, but since we're not there, having it shipped.
Or have any addresses.
Or know anything where freight can...
We're nomads.
So we're trying to find places where our freight delivery can go, and then we'll meet them there. So far, it's been awkward conversations.
You're like, can you take my package? And they're like, who are you? I'm like, we're not there yet.
Hey, we're kind of not in the position of accepting such a big item.
That's a bummer, but, and it's a big ask. It's a 250-pound package.
Yeah. Could we just give an address and then meet the guy?
Nah, that sounds shady.
Like on the corner of Main and Elm Street.
Yeah. We called another boatyard and they referred us to Postal Annex.
Hi, I wanted to see if I can get a freight package delivered.
How big would the package be?
It's big. I don't want to lie to you. It'll be 250 pounds.
And what the dimensions would be?
Yeah, I know. It's 109 inches by 22 by 70.
And I think we should be able to, we would just give you a call as soon as it gets here because we don't have too much space. That we do have a $10 pickup.
All right, so I'll coordinate on my end and I'll let you guys know. So that's what a shipping annex is? I almost don't believe them.
I mean, the thing is, like, it's a huge box, so it's not like it's something that can get lost in the mail. How do you lose like a 250-pound box? I don't want to find out, but...
Once we figured out the shipping for the tower in the box, it was time to leave Santa Barbara and head down to Catalina, which was our next stop on our way to San Diego.
Good morning. It's actually almost noon. We've been up for a while. Today is the day we're finally leaving Santa Barbara. We've been here for exactly 3 weeks and it's the end of July. Armand's doing some water fill-ups now because I think that's going to be kind of like the hardest thing for us to do because we haven't tested out our water maker yet. We're kind of expecting to depart around 4 p.m. today. There should be a little bit of wind to get some good, you know, mileage under our boat while we can. At night, the wind is going to shut down completely. Should arrive by noon. Santa Barbara has been really awesome, but there's other places to see and we've got a project to work on in San Diego, so we have to make our way down there. The waterman has arrived.
Water boy.
Big strong man. And I am currently preparing a pre-passage meal. So we're gonna, like I said, we're planning on taking off at 4, which means that we're probably gonna be sailing around dinner time, but I think it's probably better to get a good meal in before we leave. So I'm gonna do a shrimp boil. I don't have any more big pots. The only thing I have is the Instant Pot, so that's what we're gonna do. So I've got my onion that I'm gonna kind of roughly chop up. I've got some garlic cloves, chop up a little bit loosely too. This is all going into like the Instant Pot, so it doesn't really have to be pretty. Dehusk my corn. And actually, yeah, do thirds. This, my friends, is a little food safety thing on the boat because we're starting to rock a little bit and my board is sliding. Don't hurt your fingers. Louisiana hot links, fully cooked. So these ones I will throw into like the first step with the onions and the garlic. Oh, and the seasoning. I have a few different kinds of crawfish boil seasonings. I'm not a connoisseur on this stuff. I like to use this stuff. Let me know if this is what's good. And then I mix it with hot water. It's gonna go in the Instant Pot for the pressure cooker part because you do need to have some kind of liquid. Gotta chop up the potatoes too. Armand and I had a debate in the store. We should get red potatoes. And I was wrong because I should have had red potatoes. Remember if I cut them up or not? Because these are the baby ones. I don't think I do. I've got my liquid. I've got my little, I'm gonna pressure cook that on high for 5 minutes. Add the shrimp, because the shrimp don't need to overcook for a long time. We're back. I am fresh from a workout and I am going to start this thing up so that while we're showering, it's just gonna be cooking in the background. There's an Instant Pot Duo Crisp air fryer and it's really awesome. It actually has a pressure cooker, air fryer, like a crock pot type of thing. Saute things in there. It's a pretty big pot. Pressure cooker lid, the air fryer lid, also the lid that does broiling, baking, roasting. Get the picture. Let me show you the magic that we've currently got. Mix it slightly. But sauce. And then we're gonna pressure cook it, high, not keep warm. Okay, now this thing is done. The 5 minutes are up, but it's still pressurized. You can tell because the little thing is up. My sous chef is going to help me. Depressurize it. Yeah, let's add in the shrimp. This is like 10 minutes later. We've showered, we're clean, we're hungry.
Change.
Outfit change. Looks done. So taste tester is also here. Pino. All right, chef. You ready to eat?
Yes, chef. Cousin!
We've been watching the bear.
If you haven't known.
What's better, the dish or the scenery? Oh, good.
Our last dog walk.
That taste. I really like Santa Barbara.
We didn't really think we'd love it so much. So we were thinking a couple days and we stayed here for 3 weeks.
So many things to do here, so many places to see.
Yeah.
Everything's walker friendly. Everything is next to the harbor. Like, it's incredible.
Yeah, so cruisers, come check it out. The anchorage is rolling. That's the only comment.
Yeah.
That's like literally the only bad review.
Yeah. If you had asked me yesterday, I think I would have been like, let's get the fuck out of here. Because I had 2 nights of really, really crap sleep. Would you look at this? Would you look at it? How am I supposed to leave this? They got palm trees, it's gorgeous. They got jet skis. I don't even like jet skis. Pino, are you sad too? All right.
I'm gonna miss this place, but we gotta go.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Armand, this is the weird character.
Okay, so we just saw this guy. He was sailing through past our boat in the anchorage, and he was like screaming something about copyright and someone stole his name. And we also saw Harbor Patrol, so we don't know if he was like kicked out or what, but he's here. Right behind me over here. And his boat has like all the growth on it. It's kind of gross. So, yeah, a lot of weirdos.
Ready for more adventures.
No, we are not trying out for the Britney Spears and NSYNC reunion tour. We do have these awesome things that people call marriage savers.
Oh, did it really?
When you're anchoring, I am usually at the wheel. I don't know why in this relationship we've assumed these roles, but I am here at the wheel, at the helm, and then Armand's way up there. Well, he's not there yet, but he will be up there at one point. When it's a little bit windy, it gets a little sus, and then it gets a little stressful too. So I don't want to be yelling, and Armand shouldn't be yelling back and forth to me. Some people use like hand signals, and we used to do that, but there's nothing better than having like this like radio communication where I can calmly say, okay, like what do you want me to do? Armand's like, okay, go to neutral, reverse, whatever. Makes it way easier. It's a little windy, so it's going to be interesting when we pick up anchor. Our new AAS and Navionics system. This is like all typical things. It's like, it was working 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And now, somehow we can't power it on.
Why not?
When in doubt, on and off switch. Off and on switch. Oh, I don't know what I just did,
cool.
But I just kept, I just kept pressing it. Okay, I'm gonna have to like watch this again to see like what did I do. This is why you record things, so you can go back and see what mistakes did I make or what did I actually do right. I'll be the one that takes us out of here. You know, just dead asleep. We seem to have picked up something. We got a souvenir.
All right, so I'm gonna grab the boat hook.
Yeah.
And pull it up.
Yeah. Whose anchor is that? whose anchor did we just grab? Oh.
Don't fall overboard, man.
Okay, I won't. Wow, never picked up somebody else's anchor. That's pretty gnarly. So we must have drifted a little bit, which we thought may have happened, but we're gone now, so.
We've got like 10, 11 knots of wind.
This is gorgeous.
We're going 5.
Yeah.
We're on like a nice beam reach.
Yeah, we'll see how the wind cuts down. If it does, I really don't want a motor, but. I
looked at the directions and I kind of plotted things out, and it looks like we're on the same tack for the entire time.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
All right, we'll check back in, guys. Hopefully we're as calm as we are now. I need to slow my pulse, but all's good in the hood.
Yeah.
Okay, I am like the happiest dude in the world right now. This is so great. I know this is short-lived and the sun's gonna go down, but like, seriously, this is the best. We just need some dolphin companions. We're all alone at sea. We would like some flippery friends.
Ask and you shall receive. Just at sunset, we had a pod of dolphins that swam alongside us and followed our boat for a few miles. It was just the perfect start to our sail.
Well, good morning. It's the next day here, and we had to start motoring, unfortunately. The wind was not in our favor. It was right on the nose. It even came down to 1 knot, which the forecast did say would happen, but I was in disbelief.
We were skeptical about the forecast because lately it's been lying.
Yeah. So we're motoring now, kind of boring, whatever. Probably 5 more hours, but we're getting there, and soon we'll be on an island having some buffalo milk.
Yeah, I'm excited for buffalo milk. We got some good sailing between probably 6 p.m. and we didn't bring in the sails until 2 or 3 a.m.
I was definitely desperate. Like, I was trying to make us move for about an hour. I think I got 1 nautical mile horizontal, like lateral to our position, so it wasn't even progress, but it's all good. Making some hot water. We'll take showers when we get there. All good.
I think there's probably some currents that we just weren't. Sorry, feeding my dog. There were some currents that we just weren't tracking.
Yeah.
Currents need to be part of like dog passage planning. I'm
Wow.
delirious.
Yeah, Leah, you need to sleep more. So. Okay, the sun is shining. We are having a great time. I am in shorts and a t-shirt. Leah, what are you wearing? A quintessential Leah outfit.
I have 3 layers on.
Leah,
I'm ready for the Arctic.
give the people what they want. They want beach, Leah. But this place looks gorgeous. Catalina looks awesome just from here. The water's the bluest I think we've ever sailed in. Look at this water. So a couple more hours. We're about 12.6 nautical miles away, going about 6 knots. So yeah, a couple more hours.
Woohoo!
And then we'll anchor, walk the rat, and see what's shaking, bacon.
Get some buffalo milk.
Okay, this was supposed to take 14 hours. How long did it take?
It's taking like 19 hours.
19 hours. This happens from time to time, but we're here. There's a lot of moorings here apparently, and they just say anchor outside the mooring area, so we gotta find where that is.
They're very expensive too.
Very expensive mooring.
For our boat, it's $76 a night, which is like marina fees.
That's like slip fees, yeah, that's crazy. So let's find a spot and we'll drop the hook. Okay, come here. So we've been sailing since yesterday afternoon, and we finally got in.
6 p.m.
And that was the hardest anchorage we've ever done to this date. Why is it so hard? It's like high winds and very deep water.
Catalina, in a crazy money-making scheme, they have a ton of mooring balls. So it's great if you want to get on a mooring ball, but it's really expensive. And so us as cruisers...
Can we elaborate? This is the 2 harbors part.
Yeah.
So we're gonna... I like this area. I think it's really cool.
I mean, I did hear the rest of the Catalina maybe kind of similar.
Yeah, we just need to get a little more comfortable. This is like...
what they do is they have
Can we pour this?
Yeah.
we're gonna have, this actually has a point. I actually learned this in my ASA class. They're like, hey, when you get to Anchorage, sit down, have a sandwich, have a beer, and just wait. Don't leave your boat, because if it's gonna drift, it's gonna drift probably sooner rather than later, unless you hit crazy weather, I think. So now we're just looking at our surroundings, and we're slowing down our pulse because we're both very tired.
Cheers. So what they have is in regular depths, they have all of their mooring balls, and there's like private and paid mooring balls.
Yeah, there are a lot.
And then anything, so you have to be 100 yards outside or past a mooring ball, and so it drops to about 85 to 90 feet depth.
Yeah.
So
what's our depth here? We're 95 probably.
Yeah, we're
probably
at 90. We've got, I think, most of our chain out. Kind of like make it so that you end up getting on a mooring because it's so hard to anchor. Like, we don't have a bow thruster on our sailboat, so pivoting is not super easy. So doing like a hard turn, I really have to hope that the boat works with me, especially in high winds. It's like trying to fight the wind. So it was really hard. We were in between some rocks. We found a pretty cool spot, and
That campground.
yeah, so there's like a little cove, but you see that one sailboat that's right in the middle of it all.
Yeah.
So good for them, they snagged that spot, but they dropped their stern anchor and I think let out
A lot.
300 feet of
It was a
chain.
lot because we tried to look at this kid.
Yeah.
We tried to anchor and there was a stern line under us, and I've already picked up one anchor this trip. I don't want to do it again.
We can't pick up two.
Yeah, but congrats on another passage.
We
They're
survived.
getting better. The passages are getting better. We sailed a lot more this time, and then tonight might be a cleanup, cook at home day because I'm exhausted. But maybe we'll go out. I don't know. I know.
Buffalo milk might have to wait.
Yeah. All right, we're rambling. Well, hey, we'll see you guys later.
Before any one of us could relax, we had a little man overboard incident that we had to attend to. You know, just keeping us on our toes.
Operation Pig Rescue, success!